They said the man produces two kinds of sperms. Half of his sperms are males and the other half are females. And that's correct. They also said the woman stores one type of oocytes. All her oocytes are females. They said, no, personally, I don't have the same concept. I insist that some of the woman's stock of oocytes are females, while the rest of her oocytes are males. Certainly, this hypothesis is shocking and has to be proved unless it's becoming mere allegation. Hereafter, you will see what should be the proofs of my thesis. The tale starts in uterus, when the female embryo begins the production of her oocytes since the oogonia. The oogonia undergo the meiosis process, and together they finally give two different types of oocytes. This is particularly the cornerstone of my theory. Actually, I do believe that some oocytes are of a higher molecular weight than the others. The heavy oocytes are the female oocytes, while the light ones are the male oocytes. Moreover, I do believe the essential and perhaps the only reason of such a difference in molecular weight between the two eggs is Adam's rib. Adam's rib is present in the female oocyte and certainly is absent in the male oocyte. In this regard, I find it's important to say that Adam's rib and its porter chromosome X together form the female sexual chromosome. Moreover, the female sexual chromosome is the precursor of the famous bar body. The female sexual chromosome exists in the first few days of the life of the female embryo. Then it takes the form of bar body in the rest of her life. In other words, both terms actually nominate one thing. Bar body is present in its definable form in the somatic cell of the woman. The female oocyte cannot give birth a female embryo if it's fecundated by a compatible sperm. In other words, if a female oocyte is fecundated by a female sperm X, the process of creation continues as it should be to give a female baby. It happened that the female oocyte was fertilized with a male sperm. The ovum fell quickly or after a few number of cell divisions. However, the male oocyte cannot give birth a male embryo. That means if a male oocyte is fecundated by a male sperm Y, the process of creation goes on to give a male baby. The sperm differed from the oocyte gender, meaning that the female sperm fertilized the male oocyte. It fell as it had never existed. This is my perspective, and these are the proofs of my certainty. There are many other proofs, but I do not have enough space to mention them here. But if anyone wants more, he should review my article entitled "The Woman Determines the Gender of Her Child and the Man Approves."